Greetings, Taurus, and welcome to Ingrid's Insights, and welcome everyone. And so happy to see you. My name is Ingrid. For those new to my channel, and I will be doing a little channeling and one oracle card and some tarot. So let's dive in. Taurus, I see the ocean, a big body of water. It could be a lake. The wind is starting to blow, and there are ripples forming on the surface. There's a ripple effect, and the wind is picking up. And I see you just watching these small little ripples become almost like tidal waves. And you're part of something bigger. You're riding the waves. You're swimming your own race. Don't look around and take time off from your own personal journey forward. You might imagine that whatever you're working on is not significant, but you're part of a big momentum coming. Something you're doing is going to be more successful. It's going to expand. It's going to be connecting to others in ways you never imagined. So let the waves come. And that is what I have for you today, my beautiful Taurus. And I hope you're all doing wonderfully well and so happy to be here. And let's see what the angel oracle wants us to know to clarify that energy of the ripple effect. Something is growing, expanding beyond your wildest imagination. You never thought this was happening. Maybe your project or something you're working on, if you're like, say, a tarot reader, it's going to expand. People are seeing what you're able to do, Taurus, and it's growing. Something in your career, just something in a creative project. And this is what is coming for you. Well, the energy is around you is trust. Well, trust in this expansion, trust in something building up. There's momentum coming. And this is a beautiful card. And let me see what it is that is coming with trust. And I see a deer and butterflies and the creatures of nature. They're around you. You could be seeing a deer. You're in a meditative position, taking time to download, and there are supporting energies around you. As you come into this expansion, something is growing. It's bigger than you have ever imagined. And let's see what the angels want you to know about trust. Trust. This is a time for trust, Taurus. Sometimes there is no yes or no to a question. There are situations where we are better served by not knowing what is to come, like with the ripple effect, the little waves with the wind blowing become these giant waves. Not knowing what is coming so that the miracle can unfold before our very eyes. Well, there is this miracle coming, the waves. Like children opening a gift, part of the magic of our lives is found in the joy of surprise. Well, let this time that this reading washes over you be like a child. Get excited, be willing to be surprised. Trust that your angels have something amazing in store for you, even if they can't quite tell you what it is yet. And that is coming for you, my beautiful Taurus, today. And thank you, Spirit Guides, for overseeing this reading for Taurus. You're moving beyond a stagnation, a feeling of disappointment, and you're trusting that the angels have something beautiful in store for you, and you're using your intuition now to maybe something coming up from your dreams or your psychic abilities. But things are in fluctuation. in the moonlight where you might not see everything, but it's coming. And you're letting go of the Five of Cups. If there has been sadness around a project, around a relationship, just around a situation where you've been feeling a lot of regret or just despondent, cut off from your flow of your emotions, trust you're part of something bigger. So trust that the next phase is coming with truth, with the King of Swords, where you're like the eagle, you're taking this higher perspective and you're cutting through with your sword anything that has caused you grief, a sadness, or loss. This is the card of loss, and this is the card of using your rational, logical abilities to look at loss, to get the intelligence around what needed to end, and to trust that your mind, your intelligence is going to bring you forward. So you're taking authority over some kind of heartbreak. And there could be a two cups still standing. That could be a connection, a partnership that you're seeing clearly now. And you're wanting to move toward that in trust. And at the foundation, you're letting go of this programming of feeling lacking. You might not even see, Taurus, how much this energy of the wind, the spirit of the forces of change are bringing you to the truth. So let go of any difficulty financially. Maybe you have had a lot of money at the foundation, but you lost it, or you felt left out in the cold. Or maybe you've been feeling unhealthy and that's caused a setback in your security and your connections with others. Feeling like there was a lot of loss, a lot of lack. But now you're looking at that in a different way. You're trusting that the angels, the universe, your just intelligence is showing you there is a ripple effect. Something is good, maybe better than you ever imagined coming, because there was in the recent past or the influence of the past. This could be recently or as long ago as many years, but a tower came down and it involved you and another person. Something you had built, something you had hoped on, and that caused some grief or sadness. That made you feel maybe left out, wounded, not good enough. But right in this moment, you're trusting that you can rebuild, restructure. This was divine necessity. You're seeing it was perhaps a blessing in disguise. And what is this blessing in disguise? What was this communication? It could have been someone spoke to you in the recent past, or it could have been just a communication, something shocking, a revelation. But this could also be, it was an act of God, divine necessity to help you break free of these limiting beliefs about your value, about what you're worth, about what you have to contribute. Also just feeling like a lack. But you're seeing this truthfully now. You're using your intelligence. You're taking the emotion out of it and just really clearly seeing this tower is going to lead to a 10 of cups, where there is the furnace in alchemy. And this is the alchemist and the Sora Mystica, the sacred union of the divine masculine and feminine that had built some situation based on the ego. And now that's crashing down so you can come into a purified love. Your cups are being purified. And the spirit birds, a partnership is coming out of that. And this is going to bring you just being really grateful for your blessings. A blessing in disguise is coming to fulfillment, a wish come true. But more than that, something that is going to overflow with happiness, fulfillment, love. And that's bringing you a time of appraisal. appraising what you've worked on, what you've invested in. Um, this could be in a career or in your money, in your physical body, something that is of the earth. And you've worked hard and you have a lot of coins here to show for that. And it's saying that, do I want to keep in the next few weeks building on the same work I've been doing, keeping planting and growing where I am? Because at the crown, there's bliss, there's happiness, a time of just harmony in all of your relationships after a difficult breakdown, a difficult communication that led to an ending, a adjustment of the structure of your very being, your life, your support. And what's coming as to look at how you're thinking about this Five of Cups is the Seven of Swords. Well, the Five of Cups is clarified by this fox. You could have seen a fox, and that's signifying that, well, something is needing to come into your awareness about a situation you've invested a lot of money in. You've invested time, you've invested blood, sweat, and tears, and you feel like, well, you lacked something, or something didn't work out, something was spilled, and the tower came because of a communication, a sudden, shocking, hit you blindsided. But the higher powers want you to know, like we saw in the meditation, the channeling about that wind across the waters that brings a small little ripple, but that ripple becomes a wave, and you might be getting something, some happiness, some fulfillment, relational harmony in your family and friendships, in a divine love partnership. And you have been working hard and investing deeply, but this is a card of strategy, of diplomacy, of using your mind. This is Aquarius polarity, and you've got the King of Swords that is challenging this loss, this sadness. So if there has been something that has been stealing from you, energetically stealing, some vampiric energy, somebody sucking you dry, lying to you, and that caused you these two fives of difficult change that you had to face in the past, you're going to look into that and get the truth about what's going on with this fox. If somebody's trying to outfox you, look into that with clarity. Get the truth. If you need professional advice, well, you're going to get that. But also, this could say that whatever you have been investing in, you've got 2 sevens. And this is a card of thinking things aren't working out, but they're working out behind the scenes better than you can imagine, both aligning your finances to get ready to take this crowning coin and move forward with abundance, because you've got the most fulfilling, happy card in the deck at the crown. So watch out for your property. Watch out for your what you're investing in. Look into any kind of trickery. And that could be coming from you or someone else. But also use your mental clarity to maybe keep things you're working on to yourself. Because we are seeing this energy of trust. You're trusting in what you're working on. You know you have the support around you. And what is your environment bringing you? Well, there is something for Taurus coming to completion. This could be someone in your environment, a person you've been connecting to, a situation that is coming to an end. It might have been ending for a while because it wasn't fulfilling you. It wasn't full of love. And it also made you feel that you were impoverished, not good enough, out in the cold. But you're letting that come to a finish. It's finishing and it won't be revived. This is something that ends. So a new beginning can arise. And that new beginning after the tower is kind of like a death. So you've got Scorpio energy, and this is Mars and Scorpio. So there's a lot of a transformative plutonic energy around you now. And it's going to result in a fulfillment, happiness, but you've got to trust in this. This is coming from your higher mind, from your spirit guides. And after this ending, maybe something needed to end because there was deception. There was lying and cheating, and that came to an end. And it's going to bring you the Queen of Coins, the Queen of Pentacles. Well, that's you, a Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. But look at the abundance, your cornucopia. You're holding this amazing pentacle. You've grown this. You've worked on this. You've been investing. And it's coming. So take time after this ending that happens around your environment so you can nurture yourself, nurture your wealth, nurture your investments, nurture what you're trusting in now. But it's coming in with fruition, with security, with knowing you can make good investments now. And what is the advice is to celebrate this partnership. The tower, this couple, the Sora Mystica, the Sacred Sister, and the Alchemist, this union of the masculine and feminine, has brought you harmony in all of your relationships, a happy family, happy lover, happy partnership, happy children, happy friendships. And with that abundance, you are celebrating this rite of passage, a harvest. You could be announcing a new relationship, a marriage, or an expansion in your home. And it's going to bring you celebration and a fulfillment because you do have the Queen of Pentacles in that saying it's going to be abundant, secure, wealthy, a lot of beauty in nature, a beautiful home, luxuries, affluence. And you're going to celebrate that with a particular person. And it's going to grow and expand, and you're ready to come to the finish line of one phase of life because you're coming into a rebirth. And let's see what it is that we need to get some clarity on. What is it that we need to know, Taurus, about the energy of the Five of Cups? What is the King of Swords showing you about this intelligence, using your appraisal skills to look at things clearly, about something you lost, a lost loved one, but you're looking into this now with the Ten of Cups. Wow, well, this is bliss, happiness. Is reaffirming that you might not, like I had seen in the channeling, you might not see that the wave, the wind is bringing this momentum, this new wave of opportunity. You're part of something bigger. This happiness, this fulfillment, this harmony. And that is beautiful. After loss, you're seeing clearly it's going to bring you what you truly always wanted. This happy home, this happy family. Maybe you're coming into a partnership that's going to lead to marriage. And you're fired up about it. You're celebrating that. And what is it we need to know about the tower? Well, you're working on this cathedral. After a situation comes crashing down, was the tower that was built maybe on a faulty relationship, on something that was not going to work, that was not structured correctly. Now, this is the blueprint. This is the design. This is the new a structure you're building. And this is going to last and last maybe into generations and bring happiness to many people within your home, your family, your connections with others. And it's because you're building out of something you're passionate about and people are recognizing you. You could be a stone mason, meaning that you're really working physically with others to build this. And it's coming with the Ten of Cups because you are moving away from the Tower toward lack, toward loss, toward feeling that you were not in a situation that was growing. It was making you sick. It was making you feel left out. And you're doing the inner child healing after the Tower. You're moving toward this happiness. It could be moving across waters, going on retreat, but taking that ferryman and your intuition just to know it's ready, it's right to move on, and you're moving toward this happiness, your bliss, what you've always wanted. And you have been evaluating a situation. You've been wondering, well, do I want to keep investing in this career and this particular kind of physical work, or do I want to grow it elsewhere? Well, you're going to stay firm, keep growing. You started this to help restructure the Tower, that something collapsed in your past, and now you're rebuilding it on a better design, on something that's going to last, and you're going to be recognized for what you bring to this work, to your investments, and slow and steady. This night is coming in not to battle, not to fight, but to plant and to plant in this field. So take time to look at the details of what you've been evaluating and looking at, what you've worked on, and trust that whatever it is you're growing is going to bring you forward. And the Seven of Swords is here because of, well, there has been inner fighting, inner conflict. If you've been fighting within yourself, maybe fighting because you're not trusting. This is a card where you feel there's trickery, deception, deceit, and you're going to keep fighting that and get the answer. What is it we're fighting? Well, because you're at a crossroads. Maybe you don't know how to make a decision. There's sometimes not a right or wrong answer, or yes or no. You just have to trust. Go inward. You have your blindfold on. Your heart is closed off because you need to mentally really look at what's going on. Is it you that's deceiving yourself through fighting with all of this chaotic energy? Or is it that you know something needs to end and it is ending? You're not going to let this drag on anymore. So you can come into the true fulfillment with the King of Cups, what you truly value. Use your emotional intelligence now to let this come to an end. It could be a relationship, a situationship, a phase of your life that naturally needs to come to an end, and you're bringing in some emotional balance now. You've gone through these turbulence. You face things coming up out of your unconscious and the serpents, sea serpents, but now you're letting that go and you're coming into abundance. The Queen of Pentacles is clarified by the Queen of Swords. She sees the truth of your abundance. She sees the truth of what you have to offer, your generosity, your beauty, your ability to connect with nature, to be very supportive of others, but also very grounded in your own truth. And you're going to speak up for the Queen of Pentacles now, and you're going to get a blessing. And this is going to come in because you're transforming your mind. You have the power couple of the King and Queen of Swords, and they're coming together. They're facing each other. And when you come into that, you know you're going to be abundant, and it's going to lead you to this celebration. That's what's the advice. Celebrate this rite of passage. You're coming to the end, the victory line. And it involves another person who you have a lot of deep connection to. And you're going to expand, maybe move in with someone or expand your home, renovate. But things are growing. And it's coming in because you're moving beyond this Three of Swords. So you can come into this true happiness, this true connection. And it's going to be healed by your imagination. Something you intuitively just know is right for you now. And it's coming up out of the cup of this partnership, this joining forces. And it's going to liberate you. Whatever you feel is coming up, this intimacy with something very new that you maybe just is coming out of the blue, but you're ready to engage it. And what is it that we need to know about the Page of Cups and the Three of Swords? What is happening around that? Well, you have the Page of Pentacles, because whatever this heartbreak, this deception that could be connected to this indecision, this fighting, these obstacles, these chaotic energies that maybe were deceitful, trickery, lying and cheating in a relationship, but now you're coming into something new that you love. You're feeling young again, innocent, playful, and ready to take action, to learn, study something that you love. Take interest in something new that you love, and it's going to bring you to this Ten of Cups. And that is what I have for you today, Taurus, an amazing reading. And I hope this resonates. But trust that happiness, fulfillment, a celebration, reaping your rewards, a lot of generosity and wealth and security financially in what you're building. And you have a lot of mental intelligence to look at this cleanly, clearly, accurately, with truth. And it's going to bring you also a quick movement forward. Lots of communications coming in now. You're getting the green light. This message could also be part of the communication. So listen up and trust in your higher powers now, because your intuition is right on point for what's going to bring you this happiness, this bliss, and celebration. A rainbow is coming. And that is what I have for you today, Taurus. If this resonates, I'd love to hear in the comments, and sending you so much love. And a lot is going on here. Take time to process, but the ultimate goal is take time to trust. And so it is. And please like, share, and subscribe. And see you next time. Bye-bye.